Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll create two last minute Mother's Day Galaxy themed cards. So let's dive in. To make these cards, I've cut my watercolor paper to 4.5 by 6 inches each. I'm gonna tape down the paper on all four sides using a masking tape, and I have my watercolors right here. The shades I'm using for this one are yellow light, cobalt turquoise, Prussian blue and Pines grey. I'll also be mixing the first two colors to get a couple of green shades. Feel free to customize the card sizes, the colors and the quotes as per your choice. I'm using Shimoni art brushes. The first one is a modeler brush just to apply a light wash of water and a couple of round brushes. We are using wet on wet technique, so I'm applying a light wash of water first and then I'm starting with a lighter color to paint the galaxy. Now I'm mixing yellow light and cobalt turquoise to create a light shade of green. I'm adding the green color onto the paper just beside the yellows, but I'm not gonna blend it too much. After adding the green color, I have taken cobalt turquoise to paint both the corners on the right and gently blending them with the other colors on the paper directly. To darken the galaxy just a little bit, I have taken Prussian blue here instead of cobalt turquoise. Once I'm happy with the color combination, I'm going to darken the galaxy by adding more pigment. While doing this, I'm also creating a few intentional bleeds here and there. The right side of the paper also needs to be a little more darker, so I'm going in with Prussian blue. I'm also going to add a little bit of green and yellow and just gently blend them on the paper directly. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. It'll help me create more such videos for you. I want the center of the galaxy to be mostly lighter, so I'm just lifting some of the green color that is mixing with the yellows here. Before the paper dries off completely, I'm going in with much darker colors, especially in the corners, to darken the galaxy and create more depth in the painting. To create the darker color, I've mixed Pines grey with Prussian blue. I'm also going to add a little bit of highlights with cobalt turquoise on the darker areas that we have just painted. To maintain the highlights as is, I'm not going to blend the lighter colors that I've added, like the cobalt turquoise and yellow light. Our first card is almost done. To create a few glowy stars, I'm adding a little bit of white gouache here and there, and I'll blend them out just a little bit. Now I'm adding stars to the galaxy using a smaller size brush and gently tapping it with another brush to splatter them randomly. The first card is almost done. I'm going to set it aside and continue with the next one. We'll add the quotes in the last for both the cards together. Here's another way to make this card. You can mask the quote using masking fluid. I usually use an old brush or a nib to apply it. Once the masking fluid is dry, you can paint over it just like how I showed you before. When the painting is done and dried completely, you can remove the masking fluid to reveal the quote underneath. I've also shared a short tutorial using this technique on my Instagram page. If you're interested, please do check it out. Moving on to our second card, we'll be creating a rainbow galaxy silhouette. So I drew a light outline with a pencil. I've taken this reference from Pinterest. I'll link it in the description box down below if you want to use the same one. The colors I'm using are yellow light, bright rose, phthalo turquoise, bright violet and Pines grey. First, I'm applying a light wash of water carefully using a small size round brush. Starting with a lighter color as usual, I'm applying yellow generously and then I'll apply bright rose on the right. I've added a little bit of yellow here and then a mix of cobalt turquoise and yellow to create a light green, and I'm also making sure that the green doesn't blend with the pinks, otherwise it will turn muddy. If you have enjoyed the tutorial so far, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. After adding phthalo turquoise, I've switched to a smaller size round brush to paint the facial area carefully with violet. For finer details, it's better to use a smaller size round brush just to avoid any mistakes. Try not to mix purples and yellows or pinks or greens just to avoid any muddy mixes on the paper. I'm creating more depth, especially in the outer corners, using darker shades of whatever colors that we have added. In a few areas, I feel like the colors are dull, so I'm adding more pigment and blending them directly on the paper. Our rainbow galaxy is done and I've let it dry completely before adding some stars. Now let's finish both the cards by adding some quotes. I'm using Pentel brush pen for black and a small size round brush to letter with white gouache. I'm lettering in my simple calligraphy style here, but feel free to use any quote or style of your choice. Just like how I'm showing you here, you can add a few final details like some shadows or gold outline, which is my favorite, but it's totally optional. And that's it, 2 galaxy themed cards are ready. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You can also check out more videos here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram for regular updates. Happy painting. Bye.